Hi, day 2 at Guildford, and we're with Yvonne's plants. Yvonne's going to tell us something about what got her growing chilies and her passion for plants and growing generally. Go for it, Yvonne.
Hi there. It all started probably about 40 odd years ago, and I was on holiday in France with a family, and I thought they had lots and lots of pets, but turns out some of them were meant for the kitchen. That then kind of affected how I felt about what I eat, so I became veggie. And way back all those years ago, there wasn't very much choice of what fruit and veg you could buy in the shops, so I just commandeered bigger and bigger sections of my parents' front garden and back garden and grew my own stuff. My biggest passions are tomatoes, peppers and chillies.
Nice
although
choice.
although I do pretty much anything that's edible on the fruit, veg and herbs. I'm not really bothered about flowers, they don't interest me, and you can't eat them very much.
That's exactly his point.
Yeah, it's a waste of soil when you've only got a limited amount of space.
Yeah.
I usually grow around about 150 different varieties of peppers and chillies each year, and although I do grow some of the standard things like jalapenos, cayennes and Scotch bonnets, I like to grow a lot of the more unusual ones. So I don't do large quantities of any one particular variety. I tend to just sort of spread the love around and have lots of the unusual stuff. We go do a whole range of different stuff. We start right at the very far end, where we've got the really, really incredibly mild stuff.
Yes.
One of my favourites is Joker. Now, everything at the moment this year is a good few weeks behind in terms of growth because we've just had such a rubbish weather this
It's
spring.
been awful. Hopefully this last few months, if it's like this,
it's
we
really
may get a bit
perking
more.
up. And these plants are growing so unbelievably
I've had that
fast at the
before. I
moment.
bought it from Asda.
That's fantastic because it's got all the beautiful flavour of a chilli but absolutely no heat.
Yeah.
Hence why the seed breeder on that one called it Joker, because it looks evil and it's not. Then we've got the nice things like padrons that people are quite familiar with. Then moving along, one of my favourites, it's really nice flavour to it, we've got Zimbabwe bird. And a lot of people now, besides growing chilies to eat them, they're actually treating them as an ornamental plant because you've got this stunning little purple flower and you've got variegated foliage. So that is a real, it's just a head turner. It catches people's attention.
Yeah.
It's also quite a small plant, so you can have it kept on a windowsill. So not everything needs to be outside. And then as we come on round, we get some of the other ones. These are hotter levels, more like a sort of a cayenne chilli in terms of what people are mostly familiar with. So these, we've got things like Roquita at the back.
Okay, I've not heard of that one.
Yeah,
See, there you
good
go.
size one.
So many more varieties.
Then I've even got my massive elephant garlic that I brought up
That
here
looks
yesterday.
Awesome. So elephant garlic. This is just because it's going to be
Just
giant,
one.
yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. And
They're
you can see
absolutely
it here.
enormous.
Do you know what? I
When
might
you
get
dig
some
the
of those.
whole lot up, the clump comes up about that sort of size, and then you split it down
Can
into
you
bulbs.
leave that in the ground for the next year, or do you have to dig it up and dry it like bulbs?
Dig it up in the summer and then separate them out and then replant the biggest ones and the smaller ones go in the pot.
Just like
That's what I do.
Dahlia tubers
I
or
always
something,
regrow mine each year like that.
yeah? Wow, I
And
might
as-
get some of that actually.
As we come on round, we do Chilli Focus, which is some years ago I did a bit of an experiment. I used to feed my chilies just with tomato food, and then I did an experiment where I had some on tomato food and some on Chilli Focus. Difference it made was amazing.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, that's why I just use that with all of mine now. They've been getting a twice weekly dousing of it, and they
Nice.
seem to be growing. As we come on round,
And
we
this,
get to
just quickly, this one is another beautiful one, isn't it?
It's
I love
called
the
calico.
fact that the leaves.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got this thing about leaves, so
it's
that's beautiful.
the most pretty one that I do. It's so rare to come across a variegated leaf on them.
Yes.
You get some like the Zimbabwe black where you've got a very dark leaf, but that one you've got a tricolour leaf, and it's amazing variety. And then I've got a few of these super hots left. I've got things like the 7 Hots, Black Panther. I've even got Carolina Reaper left.